Have you ever recorded someone's abuse and actually saw justice served? I was sitting in biology class when I felt a familiar, unwanted hand slide along my back. My breath hitched. I screamed. "Jason, stop!" Jason just smirked and turned to his friends. "Make me." His voice was cocky like always. This was the third time he'd done something like that. I was on the verge of breaking down. Jason was the principal's son and so popular that practically anything he did flew under the radar. For some reason, he'd picked me as his new target, even though I had never even talked to him. I spoke to teachers, counselors, even some of his friends, but all I got were dismissals or awkward shrugs. "He probably likes you," they'd say. "Enjoy it. He doesn't usually pay this much attention to people." Like his harassment was some kind of twisted privilege. One day, when he shoved me into the vending machine while I was just trying to get a drink, I knew I had had enough. That's when I started recording everything, secretly. Voice memos every time he catcalled me, every time he whispered disgusting things like, "You should wear tighter clothes. I bet you're touching yourself right now." I screenshotted every message, texts like, "We should totally tonight," or, "You're messed up enough, you'd probably enjoy it." Stuff that would have landed any other guy in prison. But Jason? This was just another day for him. Then one afternoon, it got worse. He grabbed me by the arm and dragged me into the janitor's closet. I only had my phone. I turned on the camera and pointed it straight at his face. He looked right at it and said, "You think your little phone will save you? Go ahead, show it to Daddy. He'll just pat me on the back and tell me to be more discreet." That night, I didn't sleep. I kept thinking about whether I could live like this for the next 3 years. I read an article online about a girl who spoke out about her creepy neighbor, and the support she got gave me the courage I needed. The next morning, I walked straight into the principal's office. I thought, he probably already knows. He's just protecting his son. But I was doing this anyway. In his office, I played all the videos. I handed him every screenshot. I braced myself for the excuses. But as he looked through the evidence, his face darkened. He quietly said, "I'm so sorry, young lady. This is not how I raised my son. I promise you, I will not let this slide." I was stunned. He told me to return to class while he called an emergency board meeting. Jason would be attending. A day later, the school board convened. The principal stood up and personally presented all the evidence against his own son. Jason sat in shock as his actions were brought out into the open. He snapped, "Dad, come on, boys will be boys, right? You're the one who told me that. You've got to take my side."